Welcome back. Physical health and chronic illnesses are significant risk factors for becoming isolated, especially when conditions force older adults to be mostly or completely homebound. Joining me now is Shauna Donaldson from Rocky Mountain Development Council to talk about Meals on Wheels, congregate meal programs, and senior centers that provide services for seniors to keep them from feeling secluded or alone. Shauna, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you, Lisa.
Yes. So first, can you start out by explaining the Older Americans Act?
Yes, the Older Americans Act was an act passed by Congress in 1965 to address challenges faced by older adults in our country. Through this act, the Meals on Wheels, Congregate Meals Program, and Senior Centers were born. And this act requires these programs to focus on nutrition and socialization in older adults at the community level.
Excellent. So as you know, today we're focusing on the growing issue of social isolation among older adults. And can you speak to what your experience has been through the work you do with these meal programs? Can you attest to isolation being an issue for these folks?
Yes, isolation is a very common issue in older adults. Often as we age, we lose our spouses, our friends, and often our families live further away from us. So that tends to isolate us right there. But then you add that we have declining health and mobility issues that often keep us home and from going out and taking part in activities. And through that, what we often find is that then we're home, we're not able to move around as easily, we're not preparing ourselves good, nutritious meals, then our nutrition declines, our health declines, and then very often we end up with hospitalization and often institutionalization after that. Here in Montana, 30% of older adults live alone. And with that 30% living alone, that puts us at the sixth highest population, or sixth highest for isolation in our country.
Wow. So meals programs and senior centers take direct aim at preventing isolation. I'd like to hear about the Congregate Meals Program firstly. That'd be great.
All right. So the Congregate Meals Program is a program that is often in senior centers, but a location where older adults can come in, have a meal in a congregate setting with others where they can socialize and eat together. And often by being in these senior centers as well, there are other activities. And with that, it is proven that we eat better when we eat with other people. That helps keep our nutrition up, keeps our health up, and hopefully keeps us from being isolated.
People who live alone or are isolated tend to fall into unhealthy habits and behaviors, especially when it comes to food. So a nationwide program that's also here in Montana is the Meals on Wheels program.
Yes.
Can you talk about that program?
Yes. Well, many people are familiar with the Meals on Wheels program as it is across the country. But in each location it's different because it's operated at a community level. So the Meals on Wheels program is for seniors who are homebound or having difficulty getting their own meals. And so this program is not only a hot, nutritious, delicious meal delivered usually 5 days a week, but it's also a friendly visitor to come check in on that person, greet them. They get some interaction with a human face and get to know people, that delivery person better, but it also is a check-in, and that is a comfort to many families as well, because many families are living further away and can't check on their family members each and every day or see for themselves that they may be losing weight or having health issues that might need to be attended to.
Great. Can you talk about senior centers and what they do?
All right. So senior centers are located not only in larger cities, but also in rural communities as well here in Montana. And these are a great place for seniors to come, to socialize, keep their minds active, meet other people, make friends. They offer different activities such as exercise classes. They do informational sessions and learning opportunities, as well as things like crafts and card games. So these are held throughout the state, and are open to any seniors 50 and older that would like to come in and visit. Some of these often have transportation to them, or maybe even the city buses can bring people in, or often, you know, there are others, you know, you'll find seniors that carpool together, whereas one might not be able to drive, another senior might bring them. So it's a great opportunity to get out and, you know, keep active and keep from being isolated.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Can you talk a little bit more about the social and recreational opportunities offered at the senior centers?
Yes. So at the senior centers, again, I said a lot of times they offer exercise. These exercise classes could be arthritis exercise classes where it's done sitting in a chair or standing behind a chair at your own pace. Line dancing, tai chi, Wii bowling are some of the, you know, physical activities that go on, as well as you can find card games such as pinochle, whist, bridge, cribbage, and as well as a favorite of everyone's is bingo. We also offer art and craft groups such as woodworking or quilting, as well as classes and trips, day trips for seniors to go on, and some places do offer, you know, overnight trips. You can also find information on subjects pertaining to older adults, so that's just a wealth of information and opportunities there.
Great, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks for joining us.
Great.
Coming up next, we'll talk about another program that makes sure people are not alone when they need companionship most. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these short messages.